Hi, beautiful souls. This is Clara Camino speaking. Today is part 2 of the spiritual mother of children on the spectrum of light. People refer to children on the spectrum of autism or Aspergers. I also just want to share that I have no direct experience of this. I'm just sharing the information as it came through. And my the thing that motivated me the most to just share it forward was both the love and the confidence that the spiritual mother has for her children. She's really like there is and was, even at the time of the download, absolutely zero doubt how she believes in her children. That sometimes the world sees them as emotionally cut off or over emotionally, and she wanted me to explain that. They come across like that because they feel every emotion exceptionally intense, amplified. And one of the ways that they protect themselves is because their emotions are so pure and so intense and so can one say like not polluted. It's not been it's so raw that they almost put a little box with reflectors around them, so their own heart vibration goes out and it reflects against their own little protection box, and it comes back to them, so that they can cope in this world when there are so many confusing energies of incongruency being targeted towards them. And that is how they manage. So sometimes, yes, it builds up and it needs to come out, and that is sometimes what people see as either over emotional or absolutely no, because they do safeguard themselves. But yes, they do have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful emotions. It just doesn't get put out into the world totally, because they protect themselves. They mainly protect themselves. They've got that power. Many of them has got what we called OCD, like an obsession with something. Like if I have 5 of it and it comes in 6, I must have the 6th one. Or if I've got this little interest, then like my whole world gets viewed through that lens. And that's actually a very good thing, because that is how they get motivated in always completing whatever they start off with. And that is also something, it's so beautiful. And that is how the spiritual mother gave them something that she is now so relaxed and confident that they will complete their mission, because they've got this little bit of like a OCD. So whatever they start, they will complete it. And that is how we should see it. It's not something to try to get rid of or anything. It's their own inner motivation. It is so sweet. Oy. When they have to learn like us, they don't have the same answers. They find different answers, and for them it is so difficult to understand how through the schooling system there's always like these 1 or 2 answers that are correct, but it doesn't make sense to them, because when we put forward like a problem statement to them, their mind is wired to run through zillions of little possibilities for them based on whatever their niche look on life is. And then their brain or their ability or their tapping into the universal mind basically gives them that with the highest probability based on their assumptions. I don't know whether that makes sense, but I find it so cute. Then they will give that as the answer. And they cannot give you the 2 or 3 other conventional answers which humanity through the schooling system is trying to teach them, because the probability for them is so low that they almost like think, why must we waste time? Why must we go spend time? I mean, isn't it obvious? It's almost like asking for a route to a town, and then you see on the map the road doesn't exist. 2 people tell you the road doesn't exist, and then you fly up with your drone and you see the road doesn't exist, and now you ask the child on the spectrum of light, so describe that best route for me, but you must, that is the right answer, is to show me that route, that route. It just doesn't make sense to them. They can't get there because they're not wired like that. So it's a smart way of getting to solutions. And I think that the new way that we will all live, I think is just going to be such a wonderful place for them to be. If we can just encourage them, I feel very excited now. And then they have golden hearts. I don't know. I haven't researched a golden heart. I've just met someone the other day, and then Spirit also said, oh, you've got a golden heart. So, but I suppose gold is beautiful. Gold is wonderful. And they all have, not one, no exception, they all have got golden hearts. Simple things are very complex to them, and complex things are very simple to them. And I find that also so fascinating. So I wanted to understand, and it was explained and showed to me that when you, like when I share something very simple, their mind taps into many dimensions, and it taps into many categories of things, and then it rearranges that information, and it sees that even this simplistic answer has got a network of complexity behind it. So then they get stuck in that. And when we give them the complexities, it's like, oh gosh, oh, that's so easy, ding, 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 they do it, and then they come up, and then they can show you the simplicity of it. So they work it, I think, in both directions. Oh, I so want to do them justice in explaining, because so far everything has just been so beautiful to me. Have the ability that they don't connect just like, let's say I'm giving you a scientific problem. They don't just look within science. They look at medical, they look at spiritualism, they look at maths, they look at physics, and they've got that ability not just to go multidimensional, but to also go multifaceted. So it's a little bit like when you start at some point and you scribble all over the place, but they do it in a natural way. Within that chaotic thinking is their order. That's, yeah, I think I can leave it there. I will end this part 2 here, and then I will continue with part 3 of the sharings of the spiritual mother to her children on the spectrum of light. I will then do part 3. There is no need to subscribe, and if you must follow someone, follow your own heart.